Is the commissioner of the IRS about to be impeached? The House Judiciary Committee holding a hearing today on that very issue. Member of the House Judiciary Committee, South Carolina Congressman Trey Gowdy goes on the record. Nice to see you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Okay, so IRS Commissioner Koskinen didn't show up for the hearing today.
It's probably a good idea on his behalf not to come. We've heard from him a lot. Today's hearing was just kind of the factual predicate, so the members can understand, we'll call it the substantive due process part of impeachment. The next hearing, which I'm actually perhaps more interested in, the legal, the procedural due process part. Do the rules of evidence apply? What's the burden of proof? So we'll educate the judiciary members, and then they can decide whether or not this is the right case.
The grounds are that he was less than candid, a nice way to say it, with Congress.
Well, it's a failure to comply with a subpoena, failure to preserve evidence, and as you know, because you and I have discussed it before, Congress at some point is going to have to stick up for itself. We cannot conduct investigations if you don't have witnesses and documents. And when you have documents not being preserved and you have a lack of candor with Congress, at some point you have to stick up for yourself.
And is there any response from the IRS at all?
Well, we got 8 different iterations of their defense, and usually if a defendant has 8 defenses, you're going to call them an inmate at some point. Their defense is incompetence. And ironically, you could in theory be impeached for gross incompetence, malfeasance in office. So I don't know how incompetence is a defense to an allegation of incompetence.
Is he likely to be thrown out?
I don't think so. I don't think the calendar's in our favor, but he really ought to consider leaving. When Congress has lost confidence in you, it's probably best that you go on.
Congressman, thank you very much for joining us. Nice to see you.
You too.